this is your girl, IkwerreGirl Acheru, all the way from Talk to Dot. I'm here today to leave you with some truths about domestic abuse, domestic violence, and abusive relationships. So I'll give you some few pointers. And if any of these things resonates to you, if you resonate towards some of these things, then guess what? You need to begin to ask yourself a question. What am I doing in that relationship? I deserve more for myself. And then if you've been in that relationship and you've come out of it and some of these things resonate to you, please subscribe to my channel. There's lots of videos there. There's lots of things there that will give you some sort of indication of what next to do or what you're going through or point you in the right direction. And obviously, if you want to get in touch with me, get in touch. It's all there. Talk to Dot. Narcissists don't co-parent, they counter-parent. I guess you know that. Whatever you try to do to make it right, they're going to be doing the opposite. If you're going left, they're going right. And guess what? Because they don't really care about the collateral damage on the children, they don't care. It's all about them. So while you're trying to make sense out of a relationship about parenting or make sense about parenting with them, it's never going to make any sense. You understand? You can't build anything with a narcissist. And that is just the 100% truth. You can't build anything with a narcissist. Cut your losses and get out. People usually don't understand that it is one of the most difficult things to walk away from someone you actually love. So why do you say, oh, why didn't she leave an abusive relationship? Why didn't he leave an abusive relationship? Hang on. They actually love this person. It's easier to walk away from someone you feel nothing about, or you feel nothing for, and someone you don't love, you absolutely hate. But for someone who you love, it's not easy to walk away, and that is the holding point of your abuser. The fact that you love them, they know they can walk all over you and get away with it. So to the people watching, people in an abusive relationship, this is why, one of the reasons why they stay long, because they love the person. And when you love someone, you believe in them, you believe the best in them. Trauma bonding. Trauma bonding makes people psychologically attached to their abuser. That's what trauma bonding is, basically. This is why, and don't blame yourself when you leave and you feel like, oh, I miss her so much. Oh, I miss him so much. You know why you feel like that? It's because when you go no contact, it's because you feel like you're trying to get off an addiction. Abusive relationships make you addicted to the abuse. That's how your brain works. It's not your fault. It's not your fault at all. And then when you leave, guess what? You feel like going back. You're like an addict of some kind of strong substance. And you're trying to break free. You're trying to give up the alcohol. You're trying to give up the hard substance, the drugs. But you feel it's the withdrawal symptoms. It's so strong. You want to go back to it. That's what's going on. But stay strong and stay no contact. It is absolutely normal to feel like, oh God, I feel so crappy. It's like a hangover. It is normal. So don't lose faith. If you're going no contact, stay no contact. So to the people watching, people in an abusive relationship, this is why. One of the reasons why they stay long, because they love the person. And when you love someone, you believe in them, you believe the best in them. And remember, no contact is not just out of sight, it is out of mind. As much as you get them out of your face and your vision, you need to get them out of your head. The most difficult part of no contact is getting them out of your head. When you get to that point where you realize your worth, when you get to that point where you get your self-value, when you get your self-value, when you take your power back, do you know what? You're going to ask yourself, how did I even put up for all that rubbish? How? But it's all good. It's all good. Because what didn't break you redefined you. And that's why you can look back and say, what was that? A lot of times, the mistakes that victims make when they're in a relationship or even when they come out, they want to explain themselves to the narcissist. Narcissists don't need you to explain your feelings to them. But you know what? If you want to explain your feelings to them, guess what? Do it. Because you know what they're doing? The next time, they know exactly what to do to hit you bullseye at the middle of your gut feelings. Why do you think that they are so good at doing the one thing that gets you so feeling so down? Why do you think that they're so good at knowing how to break your heart so much? It's because you're constantly telling them how you feel. Don't do that. Don't do that anymore. Because no matter how much you do it, they will never feel you. That's your secret. Yeah? Remember, even when you are over a narcissist, you will still experience so much psychological trauma. Now you left, but you're still going to experience so much psychological trauma. This is because your brain functioning has been affected for so long in a negative way. Even your general functioning has also been affected because you've been living in a war zone. You have been living in a war zone. A lot of people believe that there must be some good, just a little bitty bit of good in some people or in everybody. But guess what? Some people have no good in them. They are just rotten to the core. I know it's hard to believe. It's very hard to believe, and it's hard to accept. Because guess what? Because you want to change people and make it the best. Some people, there's no good in them. Just see them as they are and walk away. Better still, don't date them. There is so much damage in these sort of relationships. There is so much damage in these sort of relationships. Stress alone has its dire effects. Stress. Do you know that stress can cause stroke? Exactly. You're constantly stressed out in a relationship. It's got dire effects. Think about it. How do you think it is possible for your body to be in hypervigilant mode 24/7 and not be affected? Of course, it's going to be affected. When you fall in love or when you are loved by the wrong person, and these are for people that are in relationships, guess what? They take the simplest desires you have and they turn it around to make it seem like you're crazy for wanting those things. What are the simple desires? To have a communication, to feel loved, to be respected. Sweetheart, these are the basics of any relationship. These are your rights. This is what it is to be in a relationship. So don't let no one make you feel crazy for wanting respect. In such relationship, your cortisol level is affected, which leaves you feeling emotionally and psychologically drained. Ever wondered why you are constantly tired? You begin to feel like you don't belong in the world, like you can't fit in, because you've lived in something that was not normal. But give yourself time. It takes time to heal. It takes time to shake it all off. You will blend back in. Just tell yourself, every time you feel like I can't do it anymore, tell yourself, baby steps, one step at a time, and don't set very hard targets because you don't want to fail at anything. Because every time you fail, you feel like, oh, there again, one more thing, I failed at. Baby steps, you get there. You come out of these relationships feeling bruised, broken, completely lost, thinking, how could anyone do that to you? But remember, you're not alone. It's happening. Every couple of minutes, it's happening. It's like a virus. It's spreading. You're not alone. Do not stay in isolation. Reach out. You'll be surprised how many people have gone through the same exact thing and even worse. Don't beat yourself up. You can do this. I'm counting on you. Now, if you need help with any of these things I talk about, get in touch.